We're only 3 away from episode 100, but this is just 97.
The Ultimate Deck Podcast. Need a show about outdoor living? This is where it's at. With your hosts, Shane Chapman and Way Lorette. Thank you for tuning in. Now let the show begin. Yeah. The Ultimate Deck Podcast. Let's go.
Yeah. Hey, bet you nobody saw that coming. A new intro? I'm feeling it. I'm digging it.
Nope.
Your mic's not on purpose.
Try that.
My mic's
We made
on.
sure that you could
Thanks.
comment on the song there.
It was great.
We know how you feel about rap music, so we're like, don't let him talk after the intro.
He likes it.
Welcome to episode 97 of the Ultimate Deck
When did you guys do
Podcast.
that? That's a new jingle.
Like you were right here when we loaded it.
Yeah, but when
that
did you
happened-
record it?
Bryce
We
sung
were,
that,
I sung
actually.
that. That's me.
Like
I could tell.
You
week
could tell.
ago,
Yeah, about a week ago.
maybe. So, but that's the first time we played it. We just that just happened. New intro. So for the people on the Instagram, they have to listen to the, to the actual podcast.
Actual
now,
podcast.
to hear that.
But you don't
wicked
have
new
to get to
intro.
the like 17-minute mark or
No,
anything. You could just
That's
right
what we
away.
should have done.
right off the hop. Actually, you can get into that podcast there. So that's good. New vibe. I felt it was time. The old intro was on there for I don't know what it was, 70 episodes. Call it something like that.
Oh, you didn't have an intro for the first?
I did, but it's something that I mixed together, and it was just music, and it was just me talking, and it was fairly shitty. So
It wasn't that bad. But
it wasn't terrible, but when we went and
Then
got
when
the
we got
pro
the-
intro done, it was like, oh yeah,
that
that's
was
way
better. That was
That's
quite a
where-
bit better.
That's
Yeah.
yeah, I'd pay that again.
I'd pay.
So then I did.
pay that again. So I paid it again.
I will pay it again. What do you got going on, Wade? You just got back from holidays.
not too much. Yeah, was out in the mountains. You know what? I know why everybody thinks that all that is like when everybody talks about Canada, they talk about the Rocky Mountains, right? And it's like that's the only place. There's Toronto, and then we have the mountains. The reason they do that is because those mountains are amazing.
Yeah.
And that's where everybody should go. It's like you drive through there and they're just like, they're so freaking big. Like you forget how big the mountains are until you get there. And then they're usually snow capped. It's
Yeah.
like super picturesque, right? I'm traveling around at the end of August. We've had days that are 100 degrees Fahrenheit and there's still snow on top of the mountains.
Yep.
It's wild.
You're in there. Yep.
Is that
So-
because you're from Saskatchewan and all you see is wheat and canola?
So flat. So lots of people talk about how amazing the
Beautiful in a different way.
So they
Yeah,
talk
that's
about how
right.
the wheat fields look like oceans, right? If you
Yeah.
like a wheat field standing and the wind's blowing across it. And like,
But honestly, though, if you weren't, like, say you only ever lived in the mountains and you came out and saw like a blowing canola field
yeah.
at some
Wheat
point
field.
in wheat field, whatever, or any type of field where there's just like,
barley. Canola wouldn't blow probably that well.
well, maybe not, but
Should go try and run through it.
Yeah, it's too hard on the legs.
or a sunflower field or something like that would be cool, probably.
Yeah.
For a little bit. Would you want to live there? Absolutely not.
No.
No,
It's cool for about 5 seconds.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh man, the whole drive's going to be like this.
yeah.
Yeah.
At least with the mountains, every time you turn a corner, you're like, whoa, what the hell?
Well, and to be fair,
see that coming.
At the end of my 7-day trip, I was like, why can't there just be a straight road? All these damn hills in the way.
That's a comment right there. Yeah, but all the winding roads.
Yeah.
It was like I don't mind it. I
Love it.
I'm
I
a
love
huge fan
driving
of
in the mountains. Me too. And I like Banff is good and you're into the mountains for sure, but then you go like a little bit further as you get into BC and the mountains just get like, it's just less commercialized or like the roads are tighter, the fences aren't as, pushed off the side of the road. And now you feel like you're right
in there.
Yeah.
And then if you get deep enough, you get in where like the runaway roads are for the
Yes.
semis and you're like, now we're serious. Now we're into some real
Now we're
mountains
serious.
Yeah.
where the trucks can't even drive safely anymore. So,
Yep. Yeah, I love
have
it.
you ever seen one of those used?
No.
Not active.
I don't think I've ever seen
And
one in person either, but I've watched videos. It's crazy.
They've changed them now, right? So when I was younger, we went out to BC, I think I was 13, and the runaway lanes used to be like they'd go down kind of the side of the mountain and then up. They'd find a spot where it could go up
Yeah.
and then they'd run it up. And now what they've done is it looks like they've dug it all out and filled it with loose gravel and it's just a section on the side of the road before you get to the bottom.
Oh, really?
And so if you're out of control, you just like put your semi in here and it's like it's a sandbox, right?
Right.
You're like driving on the
Puts you
road
in.
and you're like, my brakes failed. Pull into the sandbox and it's just like your truck sinks down and then
Well, that seems less scary, unless the gravel cost you to like fish it.
Yeah,
over there or
exactly.
something.
Flips.
But
and
the ones I
destroys everything.
remember, the ones that went up again
Yeah.
to nothingness, and then you have to back down there. And I was like, that's but I can't imagine being in a situation where I needed to use that.
What's
on
worse
this
here?
road? Yeah, it's like
You'd be so happy you saw it though. Like
Oh,
if
yeah.
you're like on your way down, you're driving a B train loaded, not with lumber because you can't haul lumber right now. Nobody has any.
Yeah.
But if it was groceries, for instance, and your brakes failed,
Oh
if it
yeah.
was groceries,
you know what I mean? Like
sugar.
90,000 pounds.
produce or something. Yeah, I got you.
You get 90,000 pounds behind you, and all of a sudden you're like, I'm not stopping. It'd be like,
Better there.
where's the
than-
runaway lane? Where's the runaway lane? I want a runaway lane.
Those things are pretty crazy. Did
Anyways.
you have your news ready today?
Yeah. Do you want
Wasn't
which
sure.
one do you want to do first?
Well, I don't know.
It's up to you.
This is your segment.
Mountains were great.
I don't remember. What
Go to
button
the
it is.
mountains.
Oh, it's the one. It's the blue
It's
one.
the one.
Is that what you would
what-
do if you had people that were coming to Canada? Is that what would you tell them to go? You're making one trip to Canada.
Oh frick! I can't even give that because I've never really traveled the east to know. Like outside of
yeah.
being in Toronto a number of times, I've not really explored the eastern Canada, so I can't say for sure.
Boy,
For
it's
Western
nice
Canada,
there,
and you
too.
know what? I haven't even spent any time in Vancouver, so I'm not the guy. Like I've been to the Rocky Mountains; they are absolutely gorgeous and they're amazing and everything else. Definitely go there. But how does it compare to going to like the Maritimes? I have no idea. Or Quebec, or
Oh yeah.
Vancouver. I don't
Get
know.
into
Cape.
Quebec City is amazing. They have some hills, but they're not as big as the Rockies.
At the Appalachians?
Yeah.
Isn't that what that is?
Yep.
Yeah.
They don't like they're big. They're
But
still tall, but
Banff,
like
Banff, Whistler areas, like those are world-renowned hotspots. So I like they must be pretty good, right? Like comparatively, they must be
Yeah.
pretty good.
So
if the
I've-
whole world
yeah.
wants to be there. So
like I've been to PEI and it's pretty cool to see like the red soil. There's ocean all around. Like it looks nice, right? It's like lush and like it just looks good. I was there in the fall, and then Halifax is great. Nova Scotia, like the whole bunch of the Maritimes is really pretty. It's like it's really nice, but it's not the mountains, man.
It's not the
depends on what
mountains.
kind of traveler you are too. Though some people may not appreciate what you can do in the mountains. You know what I mean? Like it would just be scenery.
Some
that
people
may-
hate hiking.
Right. Like if you want to hike, well, obviously,
My sister
then,
hates hiking.
See?
now.
Yeah.
like hiking, whitewater rafting, skiing. Obviously, go to the mountains.
Did I tell you guys about the hike we went on with him? So my sister was like, "You guys are out in Canmore. I want to go on a hike. We'll come out and meet you." She's like, decides they're gonna come on a hike. So she calls some of her friends in Calgary. They chat about it. They decide which hike they're going on. Carla's like, "We're gonna do Windy Ridge." So I look it up. I have an app on my phone, obviously. It's called All Trails. You did this, right? Get to it.
Next.
Okay.
Oh, so you just did this All Trails app, right? You used it.
Yeah, just found it
this
last
thing
time I
is
was out
like
there.
sweet.
It was
right?
awesome. Yeah.
So Windy Ridge, we're gonna look it up. So we look up Windy Ridge. It's 12K hike with 1,000 meters of elevation gain. I sent Carla a message. Was like, "This will be the hardest hike we've done in the whole trip. So are you sure this is one you want to do?" Carla was like, "Yep, that's the one I want to do." Their first hike ever. So Carla's never done a hike. Tyler's never done a hike. They bring their 2 kids and their dog, and none of them have hiked ever. There's some
jumping in.
Yeah, there's some scrambling. There's some like you have to scale walls at one point where the path like went to a wall and then we had to like climb up it. And it wasn't high. It was only like 4 or 5 feet, but still like we climbed up and then lifted the dogs up. Anyway, so we start on this hike. We're 2.5 hours in. Tyler's like, "This is my summit. I'm not going any further." And the kids are like, "We're going." Anyway, so hiking isn't for everyone. They got home. I phoned my sister. I was like, "How are things?" She's like, "The dog," this is the next day, Reed's stiff. He's 9 years old. He's like sore. Lauren's like complaining about a bad hip. The dog can't get in and out of its bed. Carla said it took her an hour to text me back because she dropped her phone and couldn't bend over because her calves were so sore.
That's amazing.
It was like, yeah, the very first hike we go on, hardest one I've done in like not ever, but that trip. So
Yeah, I want to make a trip back out there without the kids and do ones like that. I want to get into because we had 3 kids with us, 13, 3, and 1. And so the biggest concern was a 3-year-old, right?
Yeah.
We were carrying the one. In
he's
the
not going
backpack.
anywhere.
He'll go wherever. I mean, not that he has a 6-hour attention span, but he was great. And the 13-year-old, like, he'll bitch a lot, but he can, like,
At least he can do it.
physically, he's fine.
Yeah, he'll be alive.
It's the 3-year-old. It's like, he's got little legs. Like, whatever we do, it's like 4 times longer for him.
Yeah.
So we had to keep them kind of in that 2K range or under.
Yeah.
So Mark Westrom says with the runaway roads, you definitely need to change his shorts as well.
Yeah, no kidding.
And he also says about the question about where would you tell, like if somebody's going to visit one spot in Canada, where would you go? He said, that's a tough question, but New Brunswick is awesome and friendly.
Yeah. Yep, that's true.
So if you're looking for awesome and friendly, New Brunswick is
New Brunswick.
That's super cool too. Like it's really nice topography country out there as well. So
They told me to come here. I don't know. It's kind of okay. Yeah, but it's the people are awesome and friendly though. Am I right? Right? Pretty
Guy's
awesome
like,
and friendly.
I don't know. You kind of took shots at my town. I'm not feeling so friendly right now.
Yeah. So we
I'm gonna
have
throw this at you.
you're gonna throw this at me? We got the camo lever that we
1
holy
for
smokes.
3.
We were going to do a draw on, and we put up the contest, and a bunch of people entered, and then we decided, this is pretty cool. Let's just keep it. So we're not getting any more. No, but we haven't done it yet because we told people we'd do it the week after, and now we're a week late on it, and people are like, when are you giving it away?
2 weeks out.
Okay,
Doing
well,
it on Wade
finally.
time.
And this podcast isn't going to air for a bit, so this is going to be like really late, but more for the Instagram than anything. Maybe we're finally going to. What's with the 3 hats? We got.
I don't
we
know. I
got
just
to
threw
choose?
hats at you. Yeah.
I see. So the giveaway was for the Camel Lever and the Ultimate Deck Shop hat, your choice of color apparently. And what you had to do to enter was you had to subscribe to our YouTube channel
Yeah.
and comment on any one of our videos, including the hashtag Camo Lever.
Camo lever.
And 32 people did that. And so we have a list of the 32 people. And the
Right
way
here.
that we're going to give this away is we're going to let the Instagram live community here. We want somebody to pick a number between 1 and 32, and whoever the first number is that we see, that's going to be the number we pick. We don't even have the list numbered yet. We're going to count it down, so we have no idea what this is going to be. So somebody in the Instagram live, pick a number between 1 and 32, enter it. First person is the ringmaster. So now we got to wait for that because of the delay in this. No, we don't. Mark Westrom, 26.
26.
Mitcon says 14. 5 runs says 17, but they're late.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 24, 25, 26. Jeddah.
That's it.
Jeddeh.
Okay. So I
Jeddah.
don't know if this guy watches the Instagram lives or listens to the podcast or what he does, but we're going to have to try to get a hold of him. Jeddeh. Now, part of the requirements, these are all the people that commented. Is he subscribed to our channel?
He is.
Oh,
okay.
Good thing.
Jed
So,
A, maybe?
Jed
A? Yeah, like Jed.
A?
It's Jed-EH.
Let's
Is that
hope
right?
so, because
Well,
he's
it's not
Canadian. The
dash,
shipping is
but-
less.
Jed A?
Jeddah.
I'd say it's sure. So congratulations, Jeddah guy. Who
Maybe he's
won
Mennonite.
This stuff, maybe.
Jeddah.
Jeddah? Jedediah.
Jedediah.
So we'll have to try to get a hold of him. If we'll give him some time, we'll try to get a hold of him, and
We'll keep the list.
we'll keep the list.
And what
just
are
in
the other
case.
numbers? So go down. Let's read some of those other
The
numbers
next
off.
numbers.
Yeah,
Well,
I'll read them off like this.
So it was 26, then it was
we did
14,
26, 14,
then it was 17,
17,
then it was 8, then it was 16.
16.
Then your mom joined, and
We'll
the
have,
party was over.
Ooh.
Quick mom joke.
She like,
Ew.
That's pretty good.
Where's the rim shot there?
I wasn't the first one. Mark Westrom says, "Aw, your mom joined." That's funny. Okay, so there it is. Camel Lever, congratulations, Jeddah. We'll get that to you. Is it this one? Just so you know, Mom, I'm working on something very, very big, very important. You're going to be very proud. It's the Worldly News. Let's hear some Worldly News this week. I'm ready for this.
The timing of
been a long
Mom, you're
week.
going to be very proud of me is pretty good on this one, actually.
Okay, so the first piece of worldly news. How much do you guys like juicy fruit?
Lots.
Lots. Is it your favorite
No.
type
Pretty
of
good.
gum?
It's not my favorite type, but I like it a lot.
What's your favorite type of gum?
I don't know that I have a favorite, but I usually want my gum
Excel.
to be minty.
Oh, okay.
But if I don't need mintiness at the time, if I'm like, breath's all good, just looking for good flavor, juicy fruit's probably it.
So would you like your casket painted like a like a package of juicy fruit.
It's all yellow.
Hey, I'm gone. You do what
You do you.
Make the people happy.
This guy has been trying to get his get permission to get his casket painted as a package of juicy fruit for the past 3 years, so that when he passes away, he's like 90 years old, 94. It would look like a package of juicy fruit.
Give the man his wish. Why does he have to get permission?
Because it's like a registered
Yeah,
trademark.
it's trademarked.
I knew that's where that was going. That pisses me off.
So this guy,
Nobody's trying to profit off your
No,
brand,
exactly.
your image there at this point. Just make the dude is 90. This is his dying wish.
Yep.
Give it to him. Don't be a dickhead.
So
This-
here it is. Worst case scenario, they put the coffin or the casket on top of a vehicle or on a flat deck truck, and they drive it around. And for your brand, there's just more people that see the coffin
exactly.
and they think of juicy fruit, and then they go to buy juicy fruit. They don't go to the dead man's family. They go to the convenience store and buy juicy fruit.
It's brand recognition.
What are you doing?
So this guy
Speaking of brand, yeah.
developed a love for chewing.
I've not been on here in a long time. I have lots of things to say now. Brand recognition.
I can tell you assuredly that as much as I love juicy fruit, is it Wrigley's? Who owns juicy fruit?
the Mars Wrigley Company.
They're okay.
They don't make chocolate bars.
I can
down
tell you
there.
for sure if they deny this man's request and say you can't,
Oh, there'd be a protest for sure.
Right.
I won't buy a juicy fruit
that's not the end of the
ever
story.
again. They will lose $7 lifetime value out of me.
$7 one pack. So he developed a love of juicy fruit while serving his country in World War II, and kept buying it.
yeah.
And he would bring bunches of juicy fruit.
He's a veteran too.
Everywhere.
Come at me, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Come at me, Mars and Wrigley. Deny this man's request.
Originally, they said no. However,
They actually did.
they did say no. And then the funeral home decided to put out like a Facebook post about it. It
Yeah.
went viral. The president's phone number got leaked to them, and they contacted the president, and he gave him
Like the president of Wrigley.
Wrigley's.
Yeah.
And they gave him 250 packs of juicy fruit gum and permission to paint his casket.
And they should have paid to wrap the casket for him.
Yeah.
At that point,
I think so.
when you
They missed out.
you pulled the dick move first, and
Well,
then
not the president. I would bet it never got to the president.
well, maybe
No,
not.
probably not.
Maybe not. But then you discover that you've gotten a whole crap load of free publicity out of this stunt because your dick move. You then should offer to pay the $4,000 to wrap that casket
Oh, yeah. I agree.
and fill it.
With
no,
juicy
you
fruit?
can't fill it with juicy fruit. The guy's in
Yep. No, this would be his dream.
it. You don't know.
Buried in juicy fruit?
Yeah.
I wonder if you filled the like space around the casket with juicy fruit instead of dirt.
I hope that when this
You got all these animals digging up the
outstanding-
casket.
Exactly.
No deal.
I hope when this outstanding gentleman does pass on, I hope that there's a wake, and I hope that they have like a bubble blown with him in the casket.
Oh,
for
wow.
the viewing, and like gum everywhere, right?
That would be amazing.
Go out with a bang, sir.
Pop. Yeah, right. As they put them down, they pop the bubble.
So brand recognition. Have you seen the Doritos commercial that's going on right now? And it's a commercial, and all they do is like the people are running around on the streets, and they're just holding up a bag, orange bag or a red bag, and then the blue bag, and they're like, "Oh, you know how
exactly
good your
what it
you know
is.
how good your brand is. I don't need to put the logo on here."
Ariba chocolate flavor. Yeah.
taco flavor.
And they're just like, they just hold the bag
Gotta
up,
love
and you're
that
like,
orange.
"Oh yeah."
Is that not the one? Oh shit.
So, anyways, good brand recognition.
Okay.
That was number one.
Simcoe says, thought I'd come in late, and you guys would be on topic by now. But boy, was I way off.
You were way off.
18 minutes.
Does he not know that we come in late? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you have to come in really late.
You're halfway through.
Mark Western thinks that the Ultimate Deck Shop should build him a deck. Great brand recognition. He'd even put up a sign. Thanks.
Pretty early for the Caesars, Westrom, but
Okay.
is.
So
It's the weekend,
the
I guess.
finalists for the 2020 Toy Hall of Fame induction have been decided. They are Baby Nancy, Bingo, Breyer Horses, Jenga, Light Bright, Masters of the Universe, My Little
this-
Pony, Risk, Sidewalk Chalk, Sorry, Tamagotchi, and Yahtzee.
Boom, boy, it got good at the end. It got like the first few, I was like,
Yeah, you're
what
like,
is
what?
this? And then it just like freaking home run after home after. What were the first few? Baby Nancy.
Baby
What's a
Nancy.
Baby Nancy?
It's like just like those rubber baby dolls that have lasted for.
It sounds like something I
hundreds
say to
of
Wade when he
years.
whines about something.
Yeah.
Like,
Should-
our
here you
sales
go,
are done
Baby
today.
Nancy.
Okay, enough
Baby
Baby
Nancy.
Nancy.
And then those Briar horses are those like life. They look like horses. You ever seen them?
No.
I've seen little toy horses. That
That's
look
exactly what
realistic.
they are, like realistic
That's
farm
like
horses.
that's like a brand of horse.
Yeah, someone made those.
Okay, and sorry, what was the other one? The first three, I had no idea what they were.
Baby Nancy, Bingo, Tamagotchi, Light Bright.
No,
Light
man,
Bright's
you're-
awesome.
These are you're hitting the home runs here now. Anyway,
So, that's
there's some real good ones on there though. Eventually, right?
So which one of those would you put in the Hall of Fame? Only 3 get in.
oh, this isn't a full list.
It's not done yet.
Oh, I'd have to hear the whole list again for sure. Like Light Bright has to be in there.
There was so.
Without remembering all of them though, like Jenga, that's probably got to be in there.
But is it? Yeah. Are you,
Bingo.
No, like that's like saying like basketball should go like I don't know. Bingo seems like a generic game, not a. I mean, it's probably not. It's probably owned. Bingo is probably like
Sidewalk Chalk.
owned by somebody.
no.
Again, super generic.
Super generic. Masters of the Universe.
Masters. That's what Fiber on Decking thinks. They think that Masters of the Universe
E-Man.
should be in there. That's pretty strong.
And then
Risk. You said
Tamagotchi.
Risk was on
Risk
there, and
was on it.
Tamagotchi. Oh, there's some like I was never a Tamagotchier, but I was the only one, so I think that one probably.
Nope. That's
should be.
2. I don't even know what it is.
You don't know what Tamagotchi is?
A little pet, a little
Yeah, it's
digital
like
pets.
yeah, and if you
On a
didn't take
keychain?
care of them, they died.
Right.
You didn't clean up after them, they died.
Yeah, and didn't know that.
Huh, there you go.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's a hard one to rule against. Tamagotchi. That was a big freaking deal there.
It was a big deal.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that was fun. That was a
was
good one,
fun,
Bryce.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You got good ones today.
Oh yeah, there was really
Better follow
they're all
it up.
happy
Better
today.
follow it up with a good one now.
Okay, 24-pound burger challenge labeled unbeatable.
Oh yes.
That does sound unbeatable.
Do you have
Wait,
what
that-
it takes?
That happened, or it's a challenge that nobody's
It's a
done yet?
challenge right now that no one's done.
You can't eat that
Eat
much
24 pounds.
of anything.
30,000 calories,
You die.
and if you eat it in an hour,
No.
it's free.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, it should be like a day. If you were to eat 24 pounds of ground beef in a day, it should be free.
that would be a challenge in a week.
It's,
I'd probably
it's
eat 24 pounds in a
3.5 pounds in a week. You could do a week, but
I would say it's 2 weeks of the average person's calorie intake,
yeah, exactly.
What's the average intake per day?
like 2,000 plus.
Oh,
I mean, the world's getting fatter.
You better start portioning your meals there.
sounds like I need
Baby
to.
Nancy.
Yeah, I gotta dial that back a bit. It sounds like.
So it comes with a mountain of cheese, 20 slices of bacon, a side of fries, and a handmade bread bun. It's the equivalent of 56 normal-sized burgers.
So, do they show a picture of it? Is it big this way? Oh my god. Oh yeah. I would take a rip at it. It looks pretty good.
I'm just hungry enough.
I'm hungry right now.
I'm
too.
just
I'm
hungry enough. It's like I don't know. Let's go halfers
I
on
take
that
everything
thing.
back that I said because I want to have some of that right now. Are you? Oh, you're. I gotcha. Yeah. Anyways, I don't like. What actually physically happens to your body when you consume that many calories in such a short period of time? That can't. Like something's got to go wrong.
So I was wrong. The beef alone is 30,000 calories.
Yeah.
The cheese
man.
on it is
Cheese
2,000 calories.
And bacon,
Bacon.
And bacon.
and bun.
And
Those are all
bun.
big calories right there.
Uh-huh. And ketchup, mustard,
Yeah.
lettuce.
Holy smokes. Now I want to have a burger today. Hey, I didn't bring a lunch. I
should
can
do that.
have a burger today. We should go to the Ice House and do their challenge. Meeting at the Ice House. Let's go. Staff meeting. Okay. Not that I give two shoots about what Mike from Simcoe wants, but let's get on. Let's get on topics.
Poor Mike from Simcoe.
He's in here all the time complaining. It's like this guy has the nerve. He had a whole segment on this show for how long?
Yep.
And he's going to complain. Anyway, let's get to it. Congratulations again to the Camel Lever giveaway. We got some more stuff coming, so we'll do some more giveaways soon.
We do.
Yeah. Today's topic is why fall is the best time to build.
It's a really, really, really good time to build.
And we have 10 plus reasons.
Only 10 on the list right now.
Right, but you said this list was going to grow as we grow.
Probably.
Grow.
Yeah.
That sounds.
We're gonna eat the hamburger, and then we're gonna have more ideas.
Wait, he's getting excited.
Yeah. Precision Construction says if eating that burger didn't kill you, the bowel movement would. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you don't die today from eating the burger, you die tomorrow. Speaking of which, hold on here. While we're going to talk about things that are going to blow up, because you would blow up.
You will blow up.
There's a tree I heard about in the radio yesterday, and what was it called?
A tree?
Shoot. Yes, there's a type of tree that it's like a rainforest tree. It's not here. It's in South America. That it's the whole trunk of the tree has like thorns or like spikes on it.
Okay.
It's a very aggressive looking tree. Very aggressive. And at the top of this tree, it grows little pumpkin looking fruits. And when the fruits get ripe, they blow up, like they explode.
From like gas or something?
It must be. And when they blow up, they shoot the seeds at 150 miles per hour.
What?
And so
That's amazing.
These fruits may blow up on the tree or they may fall, and when they hit the ground, then boom, and they blow out like a grenade.
That's amazing. We need this tree.
I'm just saying we should see if
We
it
should
could
see if
grow
we can
here.
find that tree.
Oh,
If they
I
look
wish I
like
could remember the name of
pumpkins,
it.
just start throwing them at people.
I'm hoping somebody in the live chat knows what the name of it is, because
I
forget
also
now,
have
but-
a phone here.
You have a phone.
So, anyways, incredible, right?
Never leave
That's
home.
crazy.
Never
Yeah.
leave home without it.
It sounds like a comic book thing,
Okay.
Right.
right?
What do you
And so
think?
that's what I thought too when they were like,
Spider-Man
yeah,
villain.
the pumpkins explode. I was like, explode or like
Yeah. Like how
hit the
explode
ground,
do they
hit the ground and
explode?
kind of like crack open or whatever. Nope, 150 miles. Like it could kill you. It could
It's like a bullet.
embed a seed in your face.
That would be.
It's called a sandbox tree.
Yes, it is. What? How did you find that? So
I just typed in tree that has spikes and explodes.
right. You have a reputation when you type
its own
that
new
in,
thing,
and
right?
you show up. Right. Look
native
at that thing.
native through most of tropical America. The sandbox tree is among the largest trees of
That
tropical.
sounds so dangerous, right? Like you're just walking through, going on your hike.
Interesting for its pumpkin-shaped
Oh,
seeds.
Look at
capsule.
this interesting little tree here.
Boom!
With all these spikes on it.
Right?
Grows 90 to 130 feet tall.
Speaking of deadly
And
plants,
can't grow in Regina because nothing grows here.
what's that one that makes you allergic to the sun? It's in Canada.
Get out.
Yeah,
Like permanently allergic to the sun?
No, not permanently, but you can. What's it called? Hogswort. It's
Okay.
in Saskatchewan, but a much smaller version. And if you touch it and get the sap on you, you become allergic to the sun. Where
Like
you
your
can
whole
get
body does, or
third-degree
just where
burns.
you got
just
the
where you
sap
got
on?
touched?
Okay, because that happens can happen with citrus fruit, like limes
Yep.
and stuff too.
Yep.
Lime has some sort of enzyme in it that like magnifies the UV or something like that, and you can blister and burn from getting lime juice on you. Because
Yeah.
the kids go outside after
Eating too many
limes or
limes.
something, or your Coronas, right?
Yeah, that's right.
And you can get like facial blisters
Right around the mouth.
right around the mouth on your holiday drinking Coronas.
The fruit of the sandbox tree is poisonous, causing vomiting, diarrhea, and cramps if
Does
ingested.
not.
The tree sap is said to cause an angry red rash, and it can blind you if you get it in your eyes. It has been used to make poison darts.
The world's deadliest tree.
This is the world's deadliest tree. You can't climb it because it's got spikes all
There
over
is
it.
zero chance you're climbing it, yeah, because it's got like big, like thorns on it on the whole thing, like it's
Like
covered.
all the way up.
Yep. Trunk. Yeah. Like check this out.
That's
See that?
crazy.
Look at this. I'm gonna show these
Put it
people
up there.
first, and then you can see. And then you can see. Look at the Instagram live people. They always get the perks, right? Eh?
Get the
That-
zhuzh.
That is an aggressive looking tree.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on.
Why fall is the best time to build? Number one, the temperatures.
No
This-
aggressive trees.
Yeah, the trees are done exploding. Number one, the temperatures. So obviously this is a little bit dependent on where you live, because in some areas the fall might still be very warm, but it's unlikely to be warmer than June or July. So the point is things cool off a little bit and they're not quite as sweltering hot. Nobody's going to dehydrate and shrivel up or get sick because they've been out building their deck in the middle of September or October. You're dealing with more moderate temperatures, and it's just nicer and more enjoyable to be outside whether you're a contractor or DIY.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are we doing this as a DIY side of things, or is it?
I think we can do both.
Okay.
Like obviously this list is like contractors know these things. This is more for like a homeowner to be like, should I wait till next spring or should I do it this fall? Here's 10 reasons why fall is actually a really good time.
Yeah.
So that's one of them. The temperatures are ideal. And especially like if you're doing a wood deck, you can still stain your deck, and the temperature is actually really ideal for that.
Perfect for that. What
You
a
don't
great time
want
to do
it to be, 35/100 degrees out when you're oiling and staining. You like it to be more moderate. And so doing it in September, October is a great time to do
So
it.
it's better to stain your deck
in the fall.
in the fall?
For sure.
Spring?
Yeah.
I actually think the fall is better because it sets up better for the winter. So you actually get a fresh layer of protection on the deck before you go into the winter season. You're less likely to get interrupted by bad weather like rain or whatever in the fall. So, I just think that
Stain your deck in
staining
the fall.
the deck in the fall is actually a fantastic idea. Everybody wants to do it in the spring because they come out of winter and they want the deck to be like bright and fresh and clean for the season, right? So that they do it sort of selfishly because it's like, well, it'll look the best. But probably the right time to do it, if you're actually thinking about protecting the wood, is in the fall, because then you put a proper layer of coating on it.
And then
Closer
it-
to
So-
winter, better.
Yeah. So doing it in the spring is important for one, because of the harsh sun. That's what people think about. It's like, oh, it's going to be super sunny and it's going to turn, but winters are super dry,
Yeah.
especially here, right? So yes, we get snow and you don't think of it being like dry, but the air is extremely dry in winter here.
Yeah.
And so oiling your deck before you go into winter, when things get ridiculously dry and snowy, will help stabilize the wood so it doesn't crack and check over the winter.
Yeah.
Because that's what happens when things dry out, things crack.
Yep.
Well, and with all that moisture on top of it too, right? That's like evaporating and
And then when that snow melts
Yep.
and there's water pooling everywhere, your deck is protected. It doesn't absorb it all. Then you have to wait for it to dry and then you oil it again. Like doing it in the fall is a really, really smart idea. This wasn't intended to be like an oiling conversation. It's just about like the temp, but that's
oil your deck.
the result of the temperatures
really
being
is.
moderate is that's one of the things you can really do well in fall.
And I know that when people are staining their decks in the spring, it's always like, okay, when's it going to rain? And they're like checking the forecast and they want to make sure that doesn't happen in the fall. Like it just doesn't rain.
No.
So
Yeah, that's
not
number
very
5.
often.
you can,
I know he was doing it again. I noticed. Jumping the gun.
it's a really good point.
Number 2 is you're likely to be able to take advantage of some sales at this time of year, because stores like ours, or even box stores, anybody that carries seasonal goods is going to clear them out at the end of the season. So when we get into the Septembers and Octobers, there's likely to be some sales and some things to kind of move through some inventory. And so the same deck you would have built a month ago, or that you're going from a month ago, you're probably going to save some cash. You're going to save like
10,
whatever this
10 to
things are,
15.
10, 15% in some cases, higher on some items. If you wait till the spring, you're unlikely to get a sale at all, and you're risking the very likely chance that everything goes up over the winter like it typically does.
Right.
So not only are you going to not save money, you're actually going to spend more in the spring. So doing it in the fall, you're saving on this year's prices and avoiding next year's price increases.
It's a 20%, like, so if the deck board's 15 off, you're a 20% swing. Easy.
You made it.
Yeah,
That's just like good common sense.
it is good common sense.
Economics. It's just good economics.
Economic sense.
Economics.
The problem with the human brain, though, is that like we see what's in front of us. We plan for what's in front of us.
It's a
like,
survival instinct.
oh, it's going to be nice out in a month. I better build a deck. And then
Right.
everybody wants to build decks in the spring. And then it causes all sorts of issues. And then now it's like, now is literally your best chance to save money and like avoid a whole bunch of issues. But everybody's like, but winter's coming. Why would I need a deck now? It's like,
Exactly.
no.
I want a new Xbox because I'm about to spend all my time inside.
Hey. Do you think that, before we move off of this point, do you think that people also are worried about new product?
So I have had some customers that are certainly worried about discontinued product. And they're like, yeah, but if I buy this now, is it going to be around in the spring?
Are they worried about that because it's on sale and they think that's why
Maybe,
it's on sale?
right?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Are you clearing this out because it's going away? That kind of thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we're any. In fact, at this point now, you're probably more likely to know what's coming and going than you are earlier in the year.
Yeah, and so that's what I told them. I was
It's
like,
like,
usually the
no.
manufacturer will let us know in the fall so that we can purchase accordingly over the winter, and it also gives us an opportunity to move through some of this stuff, and not buy it.
Not to
stock
mention
it.
that the things that we have on sale are typically the things that we stock and have stock left of, which are typically the better selling items, which don't typically go away.
Yeah.
Like the best selling colors don't end those.
Right.
Those stay on.
Yeah.
So
Is that most lumber yards too? You don't stock your special order items, right?
well, most people wouldn't stock the things that don't sell for the most
Right.
part, but like some lumberyards might stock, like some lumberyards that choose to carry one line may carry the slow movers as well. They want to carry the whole
okay.
line, maybe. Like most probably
Okay.
don't, but there might be some out there that they decide to take it just so they can
Yeah.
have the whole line. But
We're not exempt from that. We have some slow movers that because you need to fill a truck, right? And so, well, I'll bring this color because
It's a cool color.
it's
or
a
whatever.
cool color. So like one for us is that it jumps to top of mind is Wolf Rosewood.
yeah,
And it's like red. It's not very popular in Canada, right? There's not a ton of red that goes down, but we were like, we got to fill a truck, and that might work. And this one guy was talking about it, and then you bring it in, and it's like we've had it on the ground for 2.5 years.
yeah.
And we sold one deck, and then it was just like, so not like
Right.
that's how people end up kind of holding on to a special order item. It's like you're filling it. But anyways,
So from a consumer's
And now
perspective,
20% off.
and now it's exactly, yeah.
So you win.
So from a consumer's
that would be
perspective,
20% off for the rest of its life in the store, I think.
yeah, they're going to get the most bang for their buck in the fall because they're going to get the boards that are going to stick around that they're trying to get product like out of the stores from.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
You're
Yeah.
going to definitely get a board that's probably not going to leave in the next 2 to 3 years.
Correct.
Right. Like our best selling line in the whole store, the Trex and Hands line, is on sale right now. Is it going anywhere? No, it's not going anywhere. I want it back. I just need to turn that inventory into cash right now.
Right.
And so you get to save some money to try to encourage you to turn it into cash for us. So for no other reason other than like you get to benefit because we've still got inventory on the ground.
Yeah.
So, and that'll be available everywhere, I'm sure. Just like when they decide to go might be a little bit more market dependent. You know, so in the South they may wait longer to go do sales, or if it's if you're in Arizona, you don't have like an off season really, then maybe you don't see that same thing.
Yep.
Yep.
But number 3, contractor availability. So if you are going to hire this out and not do it yourself, again, we talked about how everything gets all cluttered up in the spring, but at this point now, the contractors they still got work to do, but there's light at the end of the tunnel. Like if you book today, you don't have to wait 8 months right now to get your deck done. You can probably get it done in 3 to 4 weeks.
Yep.
Right. In a lot of places.
Yep.
So, and that's fine. And what some people are fearful too is like, yeah, but 3 or 4 weeks, then it's October or November or December, whatever. It's like, it's okay. Contractors aren't scared of the cold, like
A little cold.
DIY people are, right? Like
Yeah.
it's their job and their livelihood. They've got the equipment and the tools and the clothing to work outside when it's cooler out. It doesn't phase them. It's okay for them to still do it. So even if it does get delayed a little bit, it's okay.
Yep.
I always think that it's good to have your contractors kind of at the end of the season too, because it's just this like the
They've
idea.
practiced on every
Yeah,
else's
it's like the
decks all year.
idea that you're like you're warmed up, right?
Yeah, right.
So when I used to hang doors for I would trim out a house, and I never hung the bathroom door first. I always hung the master bedroom door first, or a spare bedroom door first.
Right.
Because you get in and it's just the process of getting warmed up. I was like, I'm going to hang this. But like a bathroom door, people just sit and look at it. And so like you want to make sure that the margins you want to make sure that the door is really, really square, especially that one, right?
Yeah.
Or a pantry door in the kitchen, because everybody sees that door. It's like the last one I would hang. And so when you're a contractor, like, yeah, we're going to get our deck built. Do it in the fall. Like he's warmed up. He knows all the tricks this year. He's got a little bit of extra product in his trailer that he might be looking to clear out or she might be looking to clear out. So you might get some stuff thrown in, right? Yeah, you know what? I got these 5 lights that this guy returned. Do you want me to pop those into the deck for you? Like,
Yeah.
I think, contractor availability in the
Not
fall
only
is super cool.
the availability of them to start and do the project, but the availability of communicating with them during the project potentially too, because we've heard this a lot this year because things got so wildly crazy in the spring and summer that contractors physically could not answer or get back to everybody that was phoning. I remember seeing one post, like somebody went into the I support local business Regina group and was like, kind of complaining about one of these contractors. I don't remember if it was I think it was a Windows guy actually. And said like, who can I get to get, they all go in there for recommendations. Who should I get to do some Windows? And then everybody comes in there and like recommend all these people. And this guy kept getting recommended. And she's like, yeah, but I've tried calling him 3 times. He has not called back. And somebody who knew him tagged him and was like, hey, like
Call this lady back.
follow up on this, whatever. And he's like, I'm so sorry. Like I've never been this busy before in my life. My phone, I get 130 calls a day.
Right.
And I can't get to them all. And I can't even like catch them all up at night. And as proof, he posted 3 screenshots of his phone. He's like, I'm not kidding. He posted 3 screenshots of his phone of his call list from the day. And it was like his phone was ringing every 2 to 3 minutes
Oh my God.
all day long.
Yeah.
And it was a bit,
smash it.
even for for me, I was kind of like, yeah, how do you? You
don't.
can't.
No.
If you were to sit there and answer the phone, you would get 0 other things done. Even if you did answer the phone, while you're on a call, you'd miss
Like
2 other
10
ones.
calls.
3 other calls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Hi, Shane's Windows Service. Give me your address. I'll come out. Thanks. Click.
Yeah.
Hi, Shane's Windows Service. Give me your address.
exactly.
Send me an email. Click. Send me a text. Click.
So if you
Like this. See this? Not like this.
No, it's not like
Yeah.
this. No one does this anymore. Wait.
So if you are, if you have something you want to change in the middle of the project, it's like, shoot, I actually wish the stairs over here, whatever, and you want to move those things. It's just like your contractor's more at your service when things are more manageable for them in the fall than they would be in the heat of spring for them
Yep.
to address changes or address some of your concerns or whatever it might be, right?
Yeah, because in the summer when you're doing that, all the contractor is thinking is, I got to get the F out of here. I got like 11 other jacks to
Right.
get to, and
Yeah.
they're phoning.
Phone's blowing up. Other people are pissed.
Do you think I could move my stairs? No, you can't make any changes because I'm already 3 days behind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So please don't talk to me anymore. I'm just going to put this up and I got to get out of here
Yeah.
because I'm not sleeping at night.
So it's
because
way less stressful.
way less stressful for the contractor and the homeowner because they have time to talk to you. And so if you have questions, contractors don't hate answering questions. Contractors are just trying to get to the next job. And if they have a bunch of them piled up, there's pressure to get to the next one.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Yep. Number 4. The lawn and gardens they're either done or they've kind of gone dormant. You're less likely to cause damage to the yard and area.
Or you're tired of weeding it or you're tired of cutting grass. You're like, I'm sick of this thing. Stomp all over those flowers.
But you start your deck in October or whatever, or November or something, like the flowers they're already pulled. They're already done.
They're gone.
The garden's been harvested. It's gone. It's done. The bushes, they're kind of gone into dormancy. The grass isn't growing anymore. You can walk all over it. It's not going to hurt it.
Yep.
Because some people have very nice yards and they appreciate their stuff a lot. And when you go dump a pile of lumber in the middle of the grass, if you don't leave it, if you leave it there for more than a couple days,
4 days, it's toast.
then you kill the grass. And so that's not ideal. And then often it's very common for people to have foliage around the deck where it's being built, flower beds, gardens, whatever it is. And we've all been there. You try to not step on things when you're trying to build a deck over top of plants and stuff, but inevitably sometimes you have to take a step somewhere and you
have to.
You're carrying something and you don't see it and you step on somebody's hydrangea.
Hydrangea.
Yeah.
Is that a flower?
Yeah. Yeah, you nailed it.
Yeah, nobody does it intentionally, but it's like you can't avoid that stuff. I'm building your deck. I have to walk here. I can't float here.
Yeah.
So
Or something gets knocked off the deck and it crushes a tomato plant or whatever, right? For those people,
so bad.
fall's the perfect time.
Yeah, that's right.
You aren't going to
Fall's
hurt
a
anybody's
great
gardens
time.
or plants.
Yeah.
And you're inside
And you're inside.
canning
And you
all
can
your
leave-
tomatoes.
Canning the tomatoes. You're busy.
And if the lumber sits in the grass for 4 or 5, 6 days now, it's okay. It's not.
But it
it's gonna
won't
be
because the
fine.
contractor's super available, so he's there.
Because he's ready to go.
Twice as efficient. Exactly.
He showed up when he said he was going to show up because he didn't have other stuff going on.
Number 5 is less chance of delays due to rain days or.
Oh, yeah. Rain's less in the fall. I was going to bring that up earlier
You should have. You didn't have to wait.
when we were talking about oiling the deck.
That's right.
So yeah, like springtime, obviously spring is a rainy season in a lot of markets. So you're likely to lose a day or two, possibly a week. It depends where you are. But you're likely to lose some days.
If
to
you're
rain.
by the sandbox tree, you lose lots of
You
days.
lose
Yeah.
every day.
Do you have any Kevlar decking?
I have this tree.
Treehouse.
It's going to shoot seeds at 150 miles an hour. I need it to.
What would WCB say about that?
I would like, how much for bulletproof glass? You mean tempered? No, I mean like it's got to stop bullets. So less interruptions, less rain days. So just a better chance that your project starts and finishes in the time that it was intended to be started.
Oh, yeah.
Unless, of course, you're in Denver. Did you see that Denver got a bunch of snow last week?
But snow
didn't.
is different than rain.
True.
I've worked outside for a long time, and I would much rather work in snow.
100%. Me too.
I think that like fall snow or spring snow feels a lot like rain anyways, because it's already kind of a temperature that just like when the snow falls, it starts to melt and turn to mud anyways. The very
being
first
wet is what is the problem. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, the
And
snow's
so
got to be. That's what
Denver just took a big dump and it was like 100 and whatever. It was 100. It was 100 degrees leading
Yeah.
up to it, and then
Snow.
snowed 2 inches or something, and then now it's again back to like 80.
Sounds like Saskatchewan.
That's why I
wild.
never minded working outside when it was -5, -10 Celsius, which would be 10, 20 degrees Fahrenheit.
That's a great temperature.
Because
Great.
for one, you're not going to get wet. If it
Yep.
does happen, if precipitation comes down, it's frozen and it falls off you. It's not bitterly cold.
No.
You can dress for -5,
and you
-10, no
probably
problem.
at -5, you're likely working without gloves, right? Because you're generating enough heat that you're
Generally,
still
yep.
like you're still glove free.
And the ground's frozen.
Yep.
So you work in a lot of backyards that are new homes that they've been graded, but there's no landscaping or foliage or anything down yet.
Yeah.
And so in the
Muddy.
spring, it's a bloody mud hole. And even in the fall, it can be if it's like, if you do get some precipitation, some rain or snow that does melt, whatever. But if it stays at -5, -10 during the day, the ground stays hard.
Right.
And so it's actually really good.
Is that on the list?
It's not on this. It'll be on our winter list.
Oh.
We're not getting -5, -10 days in fall.
Well, I mean,
That's
we're
a
in,
winter
we're in
list.
Saskatchewan.
Talk
It's
about
almost
getting ahead of
Halloween.
ourselves. Holy smokes.
Yep.
Skipping months ahead.
Yeah, settle down.
Maybe a
Jeez,
week
whose
when
podcast
this
is
episode
this?
comes out.
Turn his mic off.
Was his name on the intro?
Yeah, why didn't you put my name on the intro?
I didn't know you were going to be talking this much. We're going to have to on the next iteration of the intro. We have to add Bryson.
When it's a metal, we'll do it as a metal intro.
Yeah.
Smooth jazz.
We'll,
we got to cycle through the genres of music.
With Praise My Shame.
Holy smokes.
yeah.
Deck Phenom says winter is the best. No vegetation. Contractors have plenty of time, and materials are readily available because nobody's building. Just put your footings in early.
Yeah, exactly.
That's exactly it. That's the winter build list right there.
Yep.
Number 6 on the fall list. Why
I was
fall's a
going
good
to
time
say.
is holidays are done. And I mean this from both sides, for the homeowner and for the contractor. So summer holidays, like the kids are back in school now,
Yep.
so it's unlikely anybody's going anywhere. Some homeowners want to be around. And we always tell them, like, don't be a helicopter homeowner, don't hover over. But it is not, it's a good idea for them to be at least available there in case something needs to be discussed during the project. And so it's good if they're around. So in the summer, you know, people take holidays all the time. They may be gone during that time. It's harder to schedule in with them. The contractor may have some time booked away, whatever. But in the fall, everybody's back into their routine. Everybody's back into life.
The kids
and
are in
things can happen.
school and
Yeah, kids are back in
work's
school.
back.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
So
Work's back
it's
on.
it's just again a more efficient time to build and less chance of there being delays or things to schedule around.
Yep.
Number 7, you've probably, as a homeowner, you've probably got no big plans planned for this deck right now.
Thanksgiving on the deck.
Yeah. So what I was like, they're not using it. And Shane's like, we got to word that better. Why would I build a deck if I'm not using it?
Yeah.
So that when you go to use it, it's ready.
That's right.
Right. But this, I guess what we're kind of referring to is in the summer, like maybe somebody wants to build a deck in the spring because this summer they have a family reunion and they want to put that thing on the deck.
I have a wedding and it's on July 7th.
Right.
And I'm here June 1st and I've just started shopping for my deck. Do you think you can get it done? Yeah, but you can't say no to a single suggestion from now until the time the deck is done because
Right.
it's in the heat
That'll
of the
throw the
summer
timeline
and
off.
like
Time crunch.
oh boy.
Yeah. So there's nothing to plan around. There's no time crunches there. If things slip a little bit, it's okay. There's no rush. There's no pressure from you or extra stress on you as a homeowner or the contractor to meet some sort of deadline because there's some big party coming up or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, are you going to use it? Sure. But not for big life affecting events that
Yep.
has to stress everybody out.
Yeah.
It's like if your biggest event coming up is like, I was planning on smoking a brisket this weekend though. Well, if you have to move that, not a big deal.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. Or even if you're just hosting like, you know, a few friends for dinner in the summertime, a lot of people can do that outside because it's great. If you host 6 or 7 people for dinner, it's probably happening inside because it's cool.
I like to host people for supper because they don't see it coming. They don't.
That's
it's like,
right.
You just invite
They're
them
not
over.
ready for it.
Don't tell them they're eating. Just invite them over around that time.
You want
and
to
be
come over for a beer?
Arby's. Here's your.
I came up with
roast beef sandwich.
popcorn and bologna sandwiches and
Let me see what else I got in the fridge
M&Ms.
here.
Here you
That's
go.
what I have.
Yeah. Number 8. You can barbecue all fall and winter. So
Yeah.
the most
Are you a winter barbecuer?
I try to be like, I don't barbecue as much in the winter, that's for sure. But I'm not afraid to go outside and barbecue in the winter.
I do all the time, all year long.
Yep.
Never stop.
So
Yeah.
why not? It's still like the food doesn't taste worse off a barbecue in the middle of the winter. It's still better.
Right.
So
Everybody's like, "Oh, it's cold." It's like, what do you stand at your barbecue? I like.
Yeah.
You know the
I don't
barbecue
stand there.
fire, right?
Yeah. I just I put the food on there. I go back inside.
I think my barbecue performs better in the winter because if I leave it unattended in the summer, that thing like maxes out the tent.
Yeah.
It's like 800 and something it's at right now. Holy hell. How does that even happen?
Yeah.
So it's it allows you to put your furniture, like you're not going to sit outside and read a book. We get that. But the one thing you may
'Cause I
still
can't
do
read.
is
That would
Not
stop
even gonna do
you.
that in
That would
summer.
slow you in the summer.
I don't do that in the summer either. But
but you're not
it's like running with scissors. You don't have to say scissors. I just don't run.
yeah.
There's no running.
Those two things are never going to happen for me. That's an oxymoron, actually.
Yeah.
But you can use your deck in the winter and the fall for things like barbecuing, smoking food. Like it can still be that space for you at that time of year.
Yep.
And if you don't have a deck right now at all, or if it's unsafe, then at least getting it done now, you can still use it until the spring.
Yeah.
Number 9 is kind of related in a way. It's the access to the home. So often, even on a backyard deck, it may be the access to the garage. It may be the access off the side to the driveway. It may you may need to get in and out of your house from there. If you have a deck, if you don't have a deck,
Yeah.
or you have a deck that's not safe, that doesn't change over the winter just because the snow falls.
Nope.
You still need a safe access point to wherever you need to go out of your house.
When you wrote that down, I didn't understand what you were saying, but that's because I
Can't read.
can't read. So
well, and like you have an attached garage.
because my house is built differently. So as you were explaining that, I was like, oh, that makes sense. So for the last 4 or 5 houses I've had, they're all attached and attached garage. So I pull into the garage and then walk through there into the house.
Mm-hmm.
But you're talking about as if it's a lane house, your garage is in the back. You walk through the garage and then
Possibly, right?
through the yard,
Yep.
across the deck and into the house.
Or even if you do stuff in your backyard. If you've got kids that like to go back and make snow farts in the backyard, it's
farts.
He's a doo-doo and farts there, man. They're on fire.
just like
We need a fart sound effect.
But no, like if you need access to your backyard for any reason,
Yeah.
whether it's like building snow forts, or in your case, you got a park back there. Maybe
Correct.
you still want
So
to take the dog out to the
yeah,
park.
we use the back deck to take the
It's
dog
not
for
that
a
you can't go out the front door, but it'd be nice if you just didn't have to walk around and go through everything. You could just
Yep.
head straight outside. Number 10, Carly Tuds. I see he's renamed himself. Carly Tuds. Carly the Ultimate Deck Shop says, end of season sales, Winky. He joined late because that was number 2, Carly.
Come on, Carly.
God.
Maybe he just got to work.
Hopefully he was busy crushing estimates.
That's right. Fall estimates.
Fall estimates. Yeah. He needs to re-listen to this list now so he can sell jobs better. Number 10, beat the rush in the spring. So we've alluded to this a few times here. Yep. But I don't think people understand the hairiness of springtime construction. A lot, like contractors do. Mm-hmm. Homeowners, many of them clearly don't, because they show up in April and they want it built. Hey, we want to get this done before summer.
Not happening.
Yeah.
It'll happen, but
You and everybody else, like everybody rolls in at that time because the sun comes out and it's like, it's nice out again. And all of a sudden people are like, oh, right, we're going to want to use the backyard this year. Let's go get this built. But now you're competing with like everybody else that's doing it at that time. And can you get it done? Yeah, probably. The benefit with, well, it depends. Depends on the size of the crew that the contractor you're working with, right? Like for us being a retail store that offers an install service, we work with a bunch of different contractors. We can usually get people squeezed in. Like we've got a lot of flexibility within our scheduling. But if you're talking to a guy he's a one-man crew, like it doesn't take much for those guys to get to booked up for the season.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Or even if they got 2 or 3 crews, it doesn't take much.
Yeah.
So beat the rush in the spring for all of these reasons we mentioned before, it's just less stressful. You get it done. There's no schedule slipping. There's no wondering if it's going to get done in time. There's no wondering if I can enjoy it this spring, whatever. You do it now.
Yep.
The snow melts. It's there. It's done. It's ready.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds pretty good to me.
Planning is everything, right, Wade?
Planning is
Planning's everything. So it takes a little bit of making yourself think about it right now, because naturally you're not thinking summery activities right now, but you should be.
I am. I'm trying to squeeze in the very last few rounds of golf. I'm thinking of summer activities.
You're really trying, aren't
It's
you?
like we came back from the mountains. JJ was like, okay, well, that's it. I'm done. I'm going to put my clubs away. I was like, what? No, we have like 3 weeks of summer. There's 9 rounds of golf left. She was like, nope.
No, and then
It's
Wade
over
bought
for
an
me.
Xbox.
Yeah. So then I was like, now I play golf. all
300
year.
rounds of golf left now. Question from Instagram from Steen Woodwork. Cooler temps with PVC decking doesn't cause issues with the expansion in summer temps the following year? That was a question.
Question mark?
No. Most brands of PVC would prefer that you install it when it is contracted and cooler.
Oh.
Like, for example, AZEK, they say install it cool, install it tight. Some of them may suggest that you
it'll
leave a bit of an
expand. Is that the
expansion
idea?
gap. Yeah. It's better. It's easier. So
Depends what cool is.
here's why PVC
40.
always, and composites, they always contract more than they expand. Like off the shelf, you bring the board out, you cut your miter tight, it will shrink when it gets cold out. Then it expands again. It never goes back all the way. So the more you can kind of like limit the amount of
Shrink.
shrink that it's going to do, like install it cold with those gaps a little bit tighter.
So use some real world dimensions. Shrinks a 1/2 inch, will only expand back out a 1/4.
Sure.
Right?
That,
Yeah.
right?
And so when you install it, if you install it cool, it's okay that it's tight because it's not going to expand the 1/2 inch and then break screws and push that miter apart.
So
It's
if
only
you have a
gonna push
really
one.
like technical designed deck, get it built in the cool weather,
yeah.
like with
Yes,
miters
or
and
like the contractors that work with these products a lot, these PVC products, all have tips and tricks on what they do. If it's in the middle of July and they're installing a PVC deck, they're storing the boards in the shade, and many of them will spray them down with cold water before just before install. So
in an attempt
trick of the
to try
trade,
and
trick of the
shrink
trade.
that back.
Yeah, because you're more likely to be able to keep that thing. The joint is less likely to buckle upwards from expansion than it is to pull away and open up and stay that way from contraction.
Shrinkage.
So I've done
turtling.
I did that.
Let's refer to it as turtling from now on.
I did that on my deck. I've got a PVC border around my deck. It was built when it was hot out in the summer. In fact, I did a test one day and left my board. It was like, 32 or something the one day where I left the board in the sun and then put it in the shade and sprayed it off to see how much it would shrink. And so I did that with mine. I kept them all in the shade in my garage before I installed them, sprayed them all down with a water hose, installed them. They've all still opened a little bit. None of them have pushed and buckled or done anything. So, I did another job where the people had a pool. We actually
Zing.
put the boards in the pool.
Ice bathed them.
Basically,
Yeah.
it was like when we were about to cut in and do our picture frame with the PVC, boards went into the pool, they float. So they floated, stayed cool. We pull them out one at a time, cut them, install them.
Wow.
Did you clean the pool after you were done? Did you offer that service?
I didn't cut them in the pool.
It was the chlorine that kept the miters together anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Stabilizing agent. So yeah, there's no concerns about that. The concern with PVC, this is more of a winter podcast again, because in the fall you don't have to worry about it, but PVC is a little bit more brittle. The concerns you have about that are being a little bit more careful when you're cutting it.
Yeah, because the
Make sure
cap
you're-
will chip off, right?
Yeah, make sure your blade's sharp, score it even first, and then drive it. Pre-drill your screw holes. And I'm talking if it's like minus temperatures outside. But
Yep.
Cascade Deck and Fence just says just use decorators because it doesn't expand and contract. So Quigley Cable Rail says good working conditions in the fall. Your contractor is more pleasant, less irritated when asked questions, less likely to answer in colorful language, and less likely to yell at your kids and dog.
Whoa. Whoa.
Number 11. I told you there'd be more than 10.
Less likely to have your dog kicked across the yard.
Less language, and dog will be healthier.
Everything's just a little bit cooler.
Yeah. Attitude,
Even my
emotions,
temperature, yeah.
everything. But that just kind of goes to what we said. All these other things mean the people you're working with aren't as stressed out and
Yep. It's all it is. It just boils down to stress levels.
You hope that your contractor's not going to swear at you a bunch, but like
Sometimes
there's a
need it.
limit.
Sometimes you deserve to be sworn at.
That's right.
Yeah. So that's the list. Hey boys, did anything else pop in your minds as we were going through that?
No,
No.
Bryce, eye-opening for you from a homeowner
it
perspective?
was. There's lots of good stuff in there.
Ready to build a deck this fall?
Yeah.
Now?
Yeah.
Good. Let's
for
go
sure.
downstairs and pick some product.
Okay, let's do it.
Seems like a better time than spring now all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys have any other comments, we will be doing a winter list here as well in a few weeks. Well, maybe a couple months.
Yeah. let's
As
do
to
it.
why it's so
Let's do
good
it
to
in
build in
November.
the winter too.
Let's do it in November.
Because I built some decks in the winter. It's fine. It's a homeowner every day.
It's
when we
fine.
I'm not gonna say it's fantastic. Like
Way better to build when it's 10 or 15 degrees than minus 15.
right. And so when we were building in the winter, it was kind of like if it was below minus 20, it was like, let's think about this. Is it sunny out? Is it windy? Whatever. If it was minus 25, it was just an off day.
Right.
I'm talking Celsius again, which at that temperature it starts to get pretty close to Fahrenheit. But on some of those days, like it can still be nice outside when it's minus 18.
Oh yeah,
Like,
for
if
sure.
it's sunny
No
and
wind, you're
calm
fine.
and like things are, and you're just like you're plugging holes, you're doing things that don't, you're handling a bunch of stuff, whatever. It's fine.
Yeah.
I know many days customers come up and be like, "What are you doing here? Go home." And it's like, but you're saying that from your mindset right now, which is you're in your comfy home on your day off. You expect, like, you're not expecting to be outside. We expected to be outside. We came dressed appropriately. We're ready to work. We're like, we're doing something cool today, and like, it's not bothering me. So anyway, that's it for me. Great to know. Thanks, guys. Says Steen Woodwork about the PVC. Until next time, peace. I forgot we put a much longer lead in on this.
Yeah.
On
You
this
can
this
see the time
So follow us on YouTube and Instagram
and all the
and
other places.
Where else? All the other
Facebook,
places.
Facebook, Twitter.
You should edit that.
And see you next week.
Hey, thank you for listening to the Ultimate Deck Podcast. Now you know what we're about. Check the site, come and shop. UltimateDeckShop.com. Hit us right away for sponsorships, or tell us if you want to collaborate. Let's go. Check us out on any social networks. Thank you for listening.